Hey guys and gals, it's Randy sitting here in the den. Got my IC station. I've had this for a bit now. I just got it unpacked and got everything out. IC station. I bought this a couple months ago, and here it is to show you. Here's the schematic of it. Let me get some paper behind it so you can actually see the thing. Here is the whole diagram and everything of it. You can take a good look, see how it looks like, and just getting ready to start putting it together here. Just a beautiful chilly day here in Western New York. Quite chilly, I might say. I can't stand it, but that's the way it goes. They want to start first with resistors. And we're going to go with resistor 1, 2, and 3. And number 1, 2K. So I got 470, 2K, and I got 200K right there. So where's my 470? 470R. And I got my fancy glove on again, just still healing up my my palm there after I singed it quite well last week. So give that a pull through. There she goes. A little bend. That's a happy little guy. I already tested these to make sure they're within the 5% tolerance. This is 200 and 200 is going, or not 200, 2K. 200 is after 2K. So pop him in right here. And as you can see, it's quite a little setup, but I'm interested in it because I actually want to, I think it'd be nice to have something that tests metal. There's so many. The other day I was bumping my head against the wall to figure out whether something I was worth saving because I couldn't tell if it was metal or if it was plastic, you know. So that's how things have become nowadays. So it's kind of nice to be able to tell what kind of metals things are. If it's that sensitive, that'd be sweet. But I figured I could use the training, so give it a whirl. 200K. And resistors obviously go in either way. They are not polarity sensitive. And give that a little bend just to hold it in. And soldering iron's good to go. Set these. Oh, I want to use my flux. Make sure to use flux. It definitely makes everything in life so much easier. Make sure components, it cleans them initially is what the flux does, and then the flux and rosin lets the solder mechanically flow. I know if you've heated up like a soldering iron, put solder to it, sometimes you'll see it flow down the iron, or even a piece of wire, you'll see it flow, and that's what it does. It lets it flow. Get my pad here. I'll put that right on here. So give it a whirl. I think I'm at 360. I'm guessing that's going to be a little warm for what I need, but what's going on here? Hooked up. Do it right under the light. Hey, actually, might be able to get you guys to see some of that. I'm not sure, but I know I need to see it. So you just want to push right up to the pad and then put your solder and give it a little shot, and then it'll zap right on it. Oh, that's fun with the glove. Didn't get that one very good. I always like to heat both sides for some reason. I figure it seals it off instead of it kind of coming together and just kind of bumping in. You hit the other side where it's bumped together, then it seals it right across. So, man, I'm getting quite a reflection here. Don't know how you guys are seeing it. Hope it's good. glove is not making it much fun. Come on. God, this glove's terrible. Mother F. I'll freaking lose my mind if I gotta wear this thing any longer. Damn it, I'll just do anything not to wear that. Holy shnikes. You definitely, I think that's why I had a little issue with that first one there. You definitely want to make sure you clean your soldering iron up real good. I got a copper Brillo pad that I just kind of stuff it in and it cleans it real good, and then tin it up real quick right after that so you don't burn it. This one has a timer on it. If I don't move it within so much time, I forgot what I set it to, that it shuts off. Alright. Oop, I want to hit that one again. Get my fingers on it. There we go. I'll give them a snipping. My little dish. Got a dish right here. Keep all the leads and everything. I keep them. Sometimes you find that you need them. They're like the perfect thing to have. Try to trim them so they ain't flying all over. It's not fun to get this. It's like a piece of a wire wheel sticker right in your foot when you get these in your foot. Alright, install capacitors C1, C4. There's C2, C3, 22s, and 100s. So I got two different kinds. C1, C4, 104 picofarads. 1 0, and that would be 4 zeros. Oh my gosh, I can't hardly see these. Okay, here's 104. So 104. Again, these are not polarity sensitive. I think I'm going to try to whack that in quick so I ain't got to hold it. Maybe not. Just hold it, it's not that hard. Oh, 104. Where are you? Where's that other one? Two up here and then, oh, crisscross, 104. Two. One more 222. Nothing real exciting about doing this. It's just more like a kind of a day off for the brain, I guess you could say, for today. So I know it was hard to find videos of people that just show you, they get too fancy with their words, and if they just broke it down a little bit, it would definitely help. C5 is 100 microfarads. Now, the thing is this is an electrolytic electrolytic capacitor, and you can notify what side is positive and negative. The positive side is this side here with the longer leg, and if you're like me and you salvage all your parts, all you're going to have is little cut off legs, so you'll have to look and find the negative side right here. And that's by always a dash or a slash down the side of it. If it's green, it'll be like a bright green slash down the side. Stripe, I guess you could say. If you could see that. And the rest of it's all black, so. And this guy, we gotta make sure we get him in the right way. It's gotta be by power in. C104. Okay, they got it marked positive here on the board. Right there where my finger is, right at the tip of this guy here. It's positive. So again, negative is the short lead, positive we'll put in first, that's the long lead. Then we go down, and they also do you a favor on a lot of boards, they'll shade. They shade the, right here at the end of my finger. They shade, come on now. They'll shade the spot that's negative for you, to let you know. Mr. Phlox. Not getting any on that one. What's going on here? Wow! That thing don't want to push in. Holy mackerel. There it goes. Now it's all over the place. Good thing I'm making a video of it, right? Good. That thing is something else. I'll fall over 5 times. Clean our soldering iron and get these put in. Clean it very good. What the hell? This thing shut right off on me? You gotta be kidding me. I tell you, I've not been very impressed with this. Not at all. Not at all. Watch 10 videos of how they open theirs and they go on the line and this and that. Well, I did that, and you know what? I get one thing. I get 5 parameters I can change, or 6, and that's it. Everyone else has got their name in theirs and every other thing. I guess they paid a lot more money than I did. But it's supposed to be the same unit, but maybe their money was greener or something. I don't know. But there's been little things like that that I haven't been real impressed with. Nothing better when you go to use a soldering iron and the thing's freaking ice cold. got the heat. I think I got it a little too hot here. Jesus. Jiminy! It's getting frustrating now. Get them goddamn things off. Bring up the real set. Now maybe I can see something. Thank you. Now I see why everyone complains when they're making a video about filming. Can't do nothing with the damn camera and the lens and every other thing in the way. Holy frick. Just tap that side. Hit it on this side. And tap it back on this side. That's what I like to do at least. A bit of a bridge going on. I'm just going to try to suck that off. There, that's much better. You can see that. Hope you can. I can't. Thing's banging me in the skull. This thing gonna shut off again? It's nice having the aspect of it shutting off though and not just sitting there cooking away. That'll definitely save on the tips in that. I hate having them cooking away. So I always try to get a whole bunch, used to always get a whole bunch of stuff lined up so I can all of a sudden solder everything all at once. But man, sometimes you just can't. You just gotta kind of fiddle with it and make sure everything's right and lined up, and then you knock something else off or one thing at a time, and you can't do it all at once. There we are. And what do we got next? Install two pieces 9012 Q2 Q3. Wow, that ended up nice and straight, considering I couldn't see what I was. Got lucky. 912, 9012. 9012, and this is a transistor, and you want to make sure you get the package right. The package is the outside boxing of this, the black silicate of the transistor, and you want to get that. They make it the shape of a transistor, kind of like a, what would you call that? Kind of like a hexagon. Hex is 6, I forget what the 5 is. A quadlopragon. It's not a leprechaun, I know that. But it's going in 9012. There it goes. Don't have to be right tight. $9018 and $9012 again. $9018 Again, making sure that the packaging lines up, looks right. It's almost like the shadow as the transistor sits on the board. How it casts its shadow is almost how they have their printout here on the board. Clean my iron. Not used to working this far over. Usually I'm working over to the left more. Okay, they're all in the right holes. And good to go. Try to keep my head out of the way so you guys can see here. I'm not in the way here. Good. Check them, and I just always like to touch up the back side of them. And I'll show you right here. Back sides actually look quite well on them. Beautiful. And again, I'll trim the leads on that. These are the leads that will definitely go flying on you if you're not careful. Got the dog outside. It's crummy all day and the sun's starting to kind of work its way out. Figure let her outside for a little bit. She loves it out there, so. And I know we're looking for a long winter here real soon, so. Anytime I can get them out, I try to. Well, her now. Used to be her and her brother, but he had an unfortunate happening. Okay, let's see here. Install power self-locking switch. Pay attention to installation direction. Now, I gotta tell you, are you confused as well? You can see where it goes. SW1, power on. Pay attention to direction. You can put it one way or the other. There's no markings. How do you want me to, I almost might leave that for the end. As far as I know, that's off and on. It goes, how do them go? They connect. The board's got it laid out. Power. They gotta be grounded enough. What is that? I don't know what they got going on there. Let's go with the potentiometer. 100 VR potentiometer. This potentiometer. Little guy here. You get a little screwdriver, preferably insulated, well insulated screwdriver, and you can turn that about 180 degrees each way. And make sure you don't turn it too far because you will ruin it. They're kind of a little delicate. You can see where it goes here again. Just kind of putting it how the packaging is. They usually kind of clip in, and that one exactly did. It does make it kind of nice when they do. Potentiometer staying. LED. Now the LEDs, same thing with these. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a black mark on this one so you can see the negative side. Because I can see that it's flat, but it's not going to travel through on the camera very well. I want you to know exactly what people say. Oh yeah, it's flat. Just find a flat spot. And you'll look at it for 2 hours and you won't find a flat spot. I was looking when I learned, I remember I'm looking down the leads while they're both got little crimp marks right here. What in the heck flat spot are they talking about? Because again, I didn't have a whole bunch of parts at the time. It was all just parts that I salvaged. So again, here with the LED, it's a diode, light emitting diode, and the arrow always points to negative, so you're positive. And they usually do you another favor also, is the square. I see this, I don't know how truthful you can get to this because it just might be a few companies that do that. They'll put the square one will be your positive side. And if they don't mark it, and man, it's nice when they do that, I tell you. But you can see here, it's supposed to be an arrow pointing. Here's the tip of it right here at my fingertip, right at the point of the pin here, at the long pin. That'll be the point of the arrow, so that's our negative. And if I can hold on to it here. And now again, the positive is the longer lead, and there's a flat side that shows you the negative lead. And is what I did is I put a little black marker on this one to show you if you ever get one. Especially with me, I always had the tiniest one, so they're hard to see as it is. And then you'll come and it'll be flat, and if you look at it just right, you'll see that it's flat there. So that does tell you the negative side. And the arrow for the LED light emitting diode points to negative. Keep it up just a tad. So if I do make an enclosure or something for this, that it is boxed in, I can have the LED up just a tad. Whoop, and naturally it sat right down after I said that. Get some flux on it. Are you kidding me? This thing is just a joke. Boy, I tell you, if I could... And I love that I buy the thing, almost $100, and I tell you, you can't send any directions either. I mean, you gotta love this. There's a dead iron. Is it that hard to send me directions? You send me all this. You complain about that, and that has nothing to do with it. Freaking morons, I'm telling you. Stupid. How do you not send directions with the thing? Here you go, figure it out yourself. If you can't, just call someone who cares. I mean, really? That's how you run an operation? I mean, you gotta be kidding me. It's a joke. Sorry about your luck. Negative black for the 5th time. Just not in the mood for shenanigans today. Straighten her up. And again, I got to get my potentiometer also. Nice. You know, I'm yelling about the poor little metal detector I'm working on. That has nothing to do with this stupid soldering iron. It's all the same though. I didn't get directions with this thing either. I actually printed them off last night. That's why I waited half as long as I have, since I've had it to work on it. Oh, I wasn't in a big, I just had a bunch of other stuff going anyway. Tried to save work like this for as it got colder. Hate to be in here when it's nice outside. That one went flying. We got a buzzer. We got, and our hookup. Your hookup box, you're gonna want obviously you got the screw terminals in the top. I'll show you right here. Okay, so you're not gonna want to be putting your wires in from this side. So you're gonna want to make sure that your terminals are up top, obviously, and then you put your wires in here. So you're gonna want that the ports facing to the outside, like that, and then it's just a matter of lining it up.